We are here with the man that needs no introduction, Buff, the Stuff Bagwell. Buff, how are you, sir?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Good. You look great. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, real quick question. So, when you first started wrestling, you were primarily a tag team wrestler. Is there anybody in particular you enjoyed teaming with?
That's a question I get asked a lot, and it's really a tough one because I enjoyed all of them. Every time I say this, I always say it this way to be nice. But now, as I've said it so many times, and I've never had a comeback that was correct. So I'm about 99.9% sure that I'm the only one that's ever done this. But I'm the only person who's ever been a 6-time World Tag Team Champion with 5 different guys. Me and the Patriot did it twice. That's why it's 65. But it just was really hard to pick, man. We had Big Papa Pump, you had Dale Wilkes, Patriot, you had American Mills, Riggs, which that was also important to me because I was a big creator of that. It was my idea. I thought of Scotty's name. That's when Leave the Weapon that came out. It was Riggs and Berton.
Yeah.
And I thought of Scotty Riggs. And so there was a lot of me and Norton. Man, that was a great tag team, vicious and delicious. So it was tough, man. Being 2 Cobra Tag Team of the Year. It's just every one of them have a special, great memory.
Awesome.
And it's too hard to pick one.
Okay, did WCW totally botch you when you came back for your neck injury? In my opinion, you could have been the biggest babyface of all time.
They botched it going in to the neck breakup.
Terrible.
I called Eric on day 1 and I said, get a camera up here now. And McMahon would have a camera up there now. You know it. I mean, I remember Triple H about the same time tore his quad, and you would have thought he got decapitated and came back from the dead. And here I am, broken neck, paralyzed in the ring, and they make no. Eric's comeback to me was it's bad karma. And I said, Eric, get a camera up here, get it on me, and let it show me, make my comeback, and get back in shape. Because when I came back in 10 months, I came back, shredded, in shape, ready to go, and up against Goldberg and the guy that broke my neck. It was my first match back.
Oh, wow.
So they took a 2-year-long angle between me and Rick Steiner, and with one match, it was over.
Wow.
And of course, I lost.
You could have been
How many guys? Yeah, I could have
big
been the
baby
biggest
face, right?
face in the world.
Oof.
They turned me heel,
Yeah.
number one, and had me lose my first match back from my neck injury. I mean, neither one of those happened. So here, my parents were like physically upset about it.
Wow.
I remember them crying about it. I remember friends and family crying about it, that I was a bad guy. Because they're reading all this fan mail from Desert Storm and how they would touch my picture before going out to fight.
Yeah.
And just all kind of such positive things that could have made me a huge, huge baby face. And they just fumbled on that part. They fumbled, man, that should have made me a baby face.
Yeah.
And I would have been probably at least equal to, if not bigger than Rocky, The Rock at the time, because we would even call each other during that time as me as a heel and say, hey, how many people did you have? At the signing, I said 3,400. He goes, I had 35. I beat you. Things like that. We joke around. But my point is, man, they really dropped the ball on not turning me baby.
Wow. One more question. So WCW towards the end, they had a lot of crazy ideas. You seem like a pretty outspoken person. There had to be something they have come to you with, a match, a finish, an angle, a promo where you said, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to do that. Anything come to mind?
The one that is real skeptical right now that I don't like talking about it because it's something he'll come back with, and I said it, brought it back up or whatever. But they had a thing thought of that they were going to have another plane wreck. I mean, not another plane, but they were going to have a plane wreck, and I was going to die.
Oh, part of a storyline?
Yeah. I was going to die and come back to the Halloween Havoc as a ghost.
Stop it.
Swear to God.
I've never heard that story.
That story came out. That story came out, and Bischoff denied it. And I remember on a podcast going, let me ask you this, whoever was podcasting me, I said, do you think I thought of it? I
Wow.
said, do you think I thought of it?
That's crazy.
I said, I didn't think of that. You
That-
know?
that-
But
wow.
they actually came up with an idea of me coming back as a ghost.
Wow.
To the, like all the had wires and all that thought of it.
Oh, he's not a ghost, ladies and gentlemen. He's still the stuff.
Yeah, he's alive.
Buff Bagwell. Thank you so much for your time, Buff.
Thank you guys.